is the man who will be king.
You already know it. Hey, I'm right here, and I'm getting ready to take you down.
You're going to need an army, son, because I'm ready to battle, and I ain't going down easy.
I don't need an army. I'm an army of one, and I'm going off tonight.
Whoa. Settle down, homie. You just having a little fun. This here is basketball, not war. We'll settle this on the court.
It's the Pacers in Indianapolis as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan in the booth, as always, with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Taking a look at Miami. They put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
Kevin, they're trying for their second win in as many games against these guys. And they proved in the first game against them this season that they have the advantage in several areas. They're out to prove that that was no fluke.
Well, from my vantage point, Steve, it wasn't a fluke. I mean, they've got matchup advantages everywhere, as you said, and I think we're going to see that on display again tonight. They'll win this game, and that would send them on their way to dominating the season series.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Insanity in at point guard. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. D-Wade out there with Chris Bosh.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
Here's Insanity, and the shot is good.
Well, he isn't one to back down from anyone, no matter how big a star, and he was exchanging some words with the opposition before the game.
Hey, there are a ton of players in this league, roughly 450 of them, and not everybody's going to be your fan. But I really do like his fearlessness going at a big fish.
And that one's good, George.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know, I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
It's stolen by Hill. Dishes it to Cephalosha. It's back to Hill. Knocked loose. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And then Wade slams it in.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Sinks it, and the shot from Insanity. The Insanity's got his second bucket.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
George passes to West. He feeds it to Hibbert. Down low. No good from Insanity.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
Left side, George. It's back to Hill. The feed to Cephalosha. Indiana moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. And George, here we go. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Here's Insanity. That's good. The Insanity's got 6. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Hill kicks to Hibbert. Outside Hill. Passes it to West. It's back to Hill. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Insanity. Shot is off.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Pass to West. Outside, George. Feeds it to Hibbert. The 9-foot shot. Rebound by the Heat. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And Kevin, they put so much effort into the final few minutes of regulation in that game that they were pretty burned out in the overtime period.
Yeah, that's an excellent call by you, Steve. I thought there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT.
Pacers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Hibbert with a screen on Wade. And George, here we go. Hill dishes to George. Sefolosha passes to George. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Deep 2 from Hill. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Here's Insanity. 14 points from him the last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Pass to McRoberts.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Pacers?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against the Detroit Pistons.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon. Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. Number 1, the Heat.
Kevin, I've always said shooting percentage individually and for a team is a function of the kinds of shots you get. This team leads the league in shooting percentage because, 1, they have good shooters, but 2, they take high-quality shots. They're a very disciplined group.
Pacers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Knocks it loose. In transition, here comes Miami. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Some good numbers here for Insanity. Already with 8 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game.
Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
Now, here is George. After the miss by Luol Deng. For the 3, and Paul George with the 3. George has got 11.
That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
Inside to Bosch. Here's Insanity. He's guarded by Hill. Insanity that passed away. He sinks the 11-footer. Wade's got his second basket of the night.
You know, looking around, he knew one of his teammates was going to be open when they hit him with that double team, and he took advantage.
And it's Hill penetrating. Back to George. Some nice passing here by Indiana. The dish now to Sefolosha. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Miami leading by 3. Here's Insanity. Rebounded by Sefolosha. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. It's back to Hill. Kicks it to Hibbert. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Sunchik.
That's the way to move the ball.
Marion in for Thabo Sefolosha. 23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Napier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Cole. One second left. And yes, sir, that one drops. Cole's got his first 2 points of the night.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
And still a close game. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
George and Stroa, they're the forwards. George Hill out there with Cephalosha. And it's Mahimi in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Pacers' 5. Here's Insanity. And no good, trying to use the glass.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Pacers trail by 5. Cephalosha kicks to Scola. And there's the pass to George. And Luis Scola, the bucket, and the assist by George.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
The shot's good from Insanity.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
Hill kicks to George. Scola sets a screen for George. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Insanity. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Hill dishes to Cephalosha. Nobody near George. Drills it from outside. George has got 21.
Now, he made 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, so he continues to shoot the ball well.
Inside to Bosch. Pins the runner on the inside.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Hill passes to Mahimi. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Hill kicks to George. Shot clock at 6. Scola sets a screen for George. Cole with the rebound.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Wasted no time on that one. Now it's a 5-point Heat lead.
And their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second quarter.
Well, the lead being maintained will not be a problem if they keep shooting the way they have so far.
Right side, Scola. Outside, George. George double teamed.
That's a jump ball.
So it's the Pacers now. Shot clock at 3. Hill has the open look. Connects. The jumper drops. Hill's got 6. Miami leading by 3. And some changes here for the Pacers. Hibbert comes in from the middle. And it's West in for Luis Scola. Then for the Heat, Bang comes in for Danny Granger. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Norris Cole.
Yeah, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
Hibbert with a screen on Wade. And George, here we go. Miami grabs the miss. Insanity's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wade passes to Insanity. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And that's now 17 points for Insanity. Pacers trail by 5. Here's George. Oh,
Get it!
Oh,
Watch out now. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Hibbert against Bosch. Good on the shot. Hibbert's got his first points of the night.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Dishes it to McRoberts. No luck. Great D that time from Hibbert.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
George sets a screen for Hill. West a screen on Dang. Hill dishes to West. It's back to Hill. West inside, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Dialed in from long.
Napier's checked in. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
Playing with a lot of confidence, just some self-assurance. I like what we're seeing.
Marion kicks to George. Just 5 on the clock. And the layup falls. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took him straight to the basket.
Insanity, he's shoved in for Napier. The Heat trail by 3. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Insanity. He's guarded by Hill. Dang passes to Insanity. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Insanity's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Heat. Here's George. 23 points for him the last game against Detroit.
And what an extraordinary display of passing in that game, too, Kevin. He's making all the right decisions offensively. Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
And that's not going to go. It's a tie game in Indiana. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Kevin, thank you. Roy, I know you have just a couple seconds, but in a nutshell, what's going to be your approach going into the second half?
Well, we're just going to make sure we keep them off the board and keep them out of transition.
Thank you, Roy. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you for the great interview.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game.
Both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
George having a fantastic game. 25 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. D-Wade out there with Insanity, and it's Bosch in at the 5 down low. For Miami, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. That's off as well, so he misses both.
Not a typical trip to the line for him there. He had been knocking them down today.
George with the ball. Wade picks him up. And George, here we go. And it's good. George has got the first field goal of the second half for the Pacers.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Hill with it. Some nice passing here by Indiana. West kicks to George. Right side George. Here's Hibbert. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, here's a group now that knows how to orchestrate from the wing. The top passing small forwards in the NBA during the past 10 games. Paul George on top.
He sees the whole court extremely well, and from the wing, it's that vision that enables him to penetrate and find the open man, even in a very crowded area.
The drive, draw, and dish. I call that the 3D element. Is his bread and butter. I mean, a lot of young small forwards out there can learn a thing or two from watching this guy do his work.
And Insanity picks up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And George kicks it to West. Back to George. The shot's good on the assist by West. 29 points for Paul George.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. There's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
Indiana leading. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Right here, over these last 10 games on the Heat schedule, this is how they stack up in the league stats. First in field goal percentage. First in fewest turnovers per game. And they're ranked 3rd overall in team offense. This is a team that knows how to put the ball in the basket, and really that's their strong suit.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that, they're on their game. They're tough to beat.
And counting. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He really made that mismatch pay off. The defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Outside Hill. That's tipped. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
15 seconds on the shot.
Here's Insanity. And that's good for 2. The Insanity's got 29 in the game.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
West setting the pick for Hill. Outside, George. Hibbert with a screen on deck. And here's Cephalosha for 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. Cephalosha's got himself on the board with 3 there. Miami trailing.
Cephalosha!
Here's Insanity. And he banks in the layup.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Indiana's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Hill dishes to George. Rebounded by Insanity.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Pick by West. And George, here we go. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Yeah, that is evidenced by the 8 lead changes we've seen so far.
Good.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Indiana trailing here. Outside Hill. He kicks it to George. Hibbert with a screen for George. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bosch, a screen on George. Dang attacking. Misses the layup. The Pacers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Now here is Hill. He's got 10. He dishes it to George. 6 on the shot clock. Ring shot on the way. Shot is no good. The Heat go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Miami.
And you guys remember that game. They got to the free throw line repeatedly with their aggressive play. And getting all those easy points at the foul line was the difference.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
The Heat with the lead. Here's Insanity. He's got 36. From downtown, it's rebounded by Indiana. West has got 5 rebounds tonight. Hill kicks to George. West setting the pick for George. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside. And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
Again, Indiana. Here's Insanity. He has 38 in the game. And that one's good. The Insanity's got 40 points. For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. And Insanity picks up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And some changes here for the Pacers. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West. And it's Marion in for George Hill. Then for the Heat, Danny Granger is checked in for Josh McRoberts. And it's Napier in for Luol Deng. Just 5 to shoot. Marion knocks down the 3-ball. And the Pacers lead by 1. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run here? We'll see. Unselfish basketball on the interior. I love that, and you got to think the coaching staff does too.
Cephalosha passes to Scola. Marion kicks to George. George double-teamed. Back to Marion. He feeds it to Mahinmi. Out to Marion. Launches a 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Scola. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Miami. And so Luis Scola nails both of them. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. There's the feed to Granger. Bosch, that's for 2. Puts up the baby hook. They get a hand on it, and out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. With the break in the action, let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. In 3rd, the Pacers.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
Marion dishes to George. Back to Marion. Marion left side. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Marion's got the lead up to 3 now for Indiana.
Well, he knew that with his height advantage over his man, it was really a good decision just to rise up and take the jump shot.
The shot's good from Insanity.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Indiana's gone to the 3-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And George, here we go, uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
They're straying away from the 3-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many 3-pointers in this half. Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now. 1st in opponent shooting percentage, 1st in opponent points per game, and they're the 3rd-ranked team in free throw percentage. A number of players on that team are very comfortable and capable at the foul line.
Hey, Clark, let's talk about that defense. I mean, number 1 in the league in field goal percentage. You talked about it. They're just smothering. They really get after you. They try to attack you. They close out. They rotate well, and they're constantly covering up for one another.
Scola left side. The shot is off.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the boards.
Yeah, both teams have really put in a terrific effort down low.
Napier kicks to Bosch. Puts up the baby hook. It's rebounded by Indiana. George passes to Cephalosha. Feeds it to Scola. Indiana moving the ball around. And George, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 39.
He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
The Heat trail by 3. First one falls for him. Mike Scott's checked in for Luis Scola. Good on both.
He's certainly been hitting well from the line, and those points do add up.
Cephalosha up top, averaging 6 points per contest. Passes it to Marion. The dish to George. The tray. A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to Danny Granger. Granger's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Napier, and it's good. Caught through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark.
In a moment now to check out our State Farm Association game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
George Hill at the 1, Paul George at the 2. Mahinmi is out there with Mike Scott, and it's Marion in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Insanity. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Mahinmi dishes to George. And the shot is good. George has got 41.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
Anytime they've had a chance to attack the lane, they've done so. The penetration has been impressive.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots. He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
George sets a screen for Hill. It's blocked. Here's Cole, defended by Scott. Granger passes to Insanity. Yep, right through the net. The Insanity's got 48.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Mahinmi kicks to Marion. Pass to George. Dishes it to Mahinmi. 6 to shoot. Hill drives in.
You look at what Hill has done so far. He's got 14 points and a couple of nice steals, too.
You know, he's been so good at both ends of the floor, guys, but what's impressed me the most is his offensive performance.
I don't know, Steve. I think the work he's done defensively has been pretty impressive, too.
And Indiana making a change here. Hibbert's checked in. Both free throws good from Hill. The Heat with the lead. Here's Insanity. Scott pulls it in. And Indiana shooting so far very efficient. All around, about 55%. Marion dishes to Hibbert. Pass to Hill. Hill left side. Scott with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. And it's George missing. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. On the wing, Dang. And the pass to Insanity. That 3 off the mark.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Hill drives in. Here's Hibbert. The rebound by McRoberts. McRoberts has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Dang kicks to McRoberts. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Heat lead by 3.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
Scott can't get it to go. The shot's good from Insanity. Now it's a 5-point Heat lead.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And George, here we go. An easy layup after coming off the pick. George has got 43 points. The Heat leading by 3. Puts up the baby hook. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Miami.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
David West, he's checked in for the Pacers. Cephalosha comes in for Sean Marion. Hibbert with it. And Bosch picks him up defensively. Hibbert hits the bucket.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
The Heat have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Insanity, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Poked away. It's stolen by Wade. And he jams it with authority.
Oh boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
Hill kicks to George. West a screen on deck. Inside to Hibbert, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
11 seconds on the shot.
West outside. George passes to Hill. Off target from outside.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not. A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
George up top. Kicks it to Hibbert. The 15-footer. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Cashes in for a double-digit lead. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the path to the hoop, and bang! Lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And I like the choice, making a conservative finish, making sure of the 2 points.
Right there, West used that ample frame of his to open up space for the shooter. Solid screen.
The Heat leading by 9. Here's Insanity. He kicks to Wade. He dishes it to Dang. Insanity, the pass to Wade. David West grabs the miss. West has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And George, here we go. Over to the wing. And here is Cephalosha in low to Hill. That's good. Hill's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Pacers trail by 7. Right side Hill. He kicks it to Hibbert. Miami grabs the miss. Mick Roberts has got 4 rebounds in this game. The feed to Bosch. Here's Insanity. Off target with his 3.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Picked by West. Hill dishes to George. George double teamed. Clock at 6. Hill kicks to George. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 5 assists tonight.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Inside to Bosch. Cephalosha with the steal. And here's the fast break. Cephalosha leading the way. Outside Hill. West kicks to Hibbert.
Look out the game for Roy Hibbert. He has 9 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
Yeah, those are always easy points. When you can get to the line and knock them down, sometimes that's the difference in the game, Clark.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so here is Miami. They've led by as many as 11 points. The kick out to Dang. Passes it to Insanity. It's a big high bounce and goes in. The Insanity's got 56 points in the game.
He is just eating this team alive with his offense. It's been a matchup nightmare.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
And George, here we go. He feeds it to Cephalosha. Back to George. Just 5 on the clock. From past the arc. Rebounded by Insanity. The Insanity's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. They double him with West. Then kicks to Wade. Here's Insanity. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Hill passes to Cephalosha. Here's Insanity. Pacers with the rebound.
Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame layup line.
The 3 from Cephalosha.
He's their top rebounder. He's doing an excellent job on the glass today.
Boy, I tell you what, I love the effort he's shown on the boards today, Steve. It's been fantastic.
Pacers trail by 4. Hill with it. Wade picks him up. West. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And it's 6 points for David West.
Wow, huge shot. Listen to this crowd.
That sounds like a rock concert in here.
Well, they've been waiting to explode all game, and they finally got a reason to do so.
Wade kicks to Dang. From downtown. The shot misses. And Indiana will come the other way.
He's just been ice cold. I mean, he cannot find the range.
Hill against Wade. Outside Hill. Hill left side to tie it up. No good. Wade with the defensive effort. The Heat shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Pass to Insanity. Dang gets a wide open look. Knocks down the trifecta.
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, this all-around game of basketball they play.
That's a 2 from Cephalosha. Almost, but it rolls out. And so they foul intentionally. Here's Insanity. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
Here's Hickman. Off the mark. And so it's Miami winning this one. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Congratulations on the win and leading the way in terms of the points production. How were you able to create shots for yourself?
Yo, That's my #1 skill, you know what I'm saying? Creating shots for myself. Yo, I got moves on moves on moves, you feel me? Yo, I can sneeze, and the finish gonna break his ankle trying to get me a tissue. That's why I lead the team in scoring.
Albeit grudgingly, I will admit tonight you were the master puppeteer. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan player of the game.